Most of us grew up hearing that eggs are the perfect protein. They're quick to cook, inexpensive, and packed with nutrition. They've been a symbol of strength at the breakfast table for years. But here's the surprising truth. After age 60, relying only on eggs could leave your body weaker than you think. I'll tell you about Robert. He's 72, a retired school teacher who still enjoys morning walks in the park. He starts with 2 boiled eggs, a slice of toast, and some fruit daily. A clean, simple breakfast. No soda, no fast food. Yet, when he came to see me, he admitted something troubling. "Doctor, my legs don't feel steady anymore. I'm losing my balance when I stand up. I feel like my strength is slipping away." Robert wasn't sick. His blood tests looked fine. But when we measured his muscle mass, it had dropped by almost 8% in just 2 years. His grip strength was weaker, and his thighs, the muscles that keep us steady when we rise from a chair, were noticeably shrinking. So what was happening? Robert's diet wasn't unhealthy, but it wasn't enough for his age. After 60, the body changes in ways most people don't realize. Muscles become anabolic resistant. That means they don't respond to protein as they used to in your 30s or 40s. To trigger muscle repair and growth, you need more protein, more often, and of higher quality. This is why so many older adults feel confused. They eat healthy, yet still grow weaker. Eggs are good, but they're just the starting line, not the complete solution. You must eat to stay strong, balanced, and independent into your 70s and 80s. Why does the same protein that once kept your body strong in your younger years now seem to have little effect after 60? The answer lies in a biological change that scientists call anabolic resistance. Don't let the technical name intimidate you. It's a straightforward concept. As we age, our muscles stop responding to protein as efficiently as they once did. Imagine you're trying to turn on a light. When you're young, just a slight flick of the switch is enough to brighten the room. But after 60, that same flick barely produces a glow. You need a stronger push and more power to light it up fully. That's precisely what happens inside your muscles. When you were 30, a modest breakfast, an egg and a slice of toast, was enough to trigger muscle repair and growth. Your body received the signal, and the rebuilding process began. But after 60, that signal grows faint. Your body doesn't hear it anymore. To get the same response, you need more protein, more leucine, and more frequent reminders throughout the day. Leucine is one of the most essential amino acids in muscle health. Think of it as the spark plug that ignites the engine of muscle repair. Without enough leucine, your muscles don't get the message to grow. Here's the issue. A single egg gives you only about 0.5 grams of leucine. However, research from the Mayo Clinic and the NIH shows that older adults typically need about 2.5 to 3 grams of leucine in a single meal to activate meaningful muscle repair. That means you'd need 5 or 6 eggs just to hit the threshold. And very few people are eating that many. And it's not just about leucine. Studies reveal that adults over 60 lose between 3 and 8% of their muscle mass per decade after 40, and the pace accelerates once you reach your late 60s. This loss isn't just about looking smaller or weighing less, it's about balance, stability, and independence. When you lose muscle, especially in your thighs, calves, and core, you also lose the fibers responsible for quick reactions. These are called type 2 fibers, the ones that help you catch yourself if you stumble or power up a flight of stairs. Without them, everyday activities suddenly become more complex and more dangerous. Take Michael, for example. He's 68 and worked as a carpenter for decades. He's always been active, lifting wood, climbing ladders, and staying on his feet. But recently, he confessed something many people over 60 feel but rarely say aloud. "I can still walk, but I can't trust my legs anymore. I trip more often, and stairs feel like mountains." Michael wasn't out of shape. He wasn't sedentary, but his body had been quietly losing muscle for years, and he hadn't given it the fuel to stop that decline. The World Health Organization reports that muscle weakness triples the risk of falls after age 65. Falls are the leading cause of serious injury among older adults, often leading to broken hips or a sudden loss of independence. This is why nutrition is not just about health, it's about freedom. Being able to walk confidently, to stand without effort, to carry groceries without fear of stumbling, that's what protein protects. So where does that leave us? With a clear understanding, eggs are good, but not enough. They're like the foundation of a house, important, but useless without walls and a roof. To protect your muscles after 60, you need a complete strategy. That means a combination of protein sources that deliver enough leucine, spread across the day, in forms your body can absorb and use effectively. This doesn't mean you must eat like a bodybuilder or swallow expensive supplements. It means eating smarter and adding variety. Timing your protein intake around the moments your muscles are most ready to use it, like right after a walk, or in the morning after fasting overnight. It means viewing food as calories and medicine for your strength, stability, and confidence. Eggs still deserve a place at your table, but think of them as part of the orchestra, not the soloist. They play their role beautifully, but they need the support of other instruments: fish, lean meats, fermented soy, dairy, and even carefully chosen plant proteins. Together, they create harmony that keeps your muscles vibrant. In short, the old advice of 1 egg a day for strength isn't wrong, but it's incomplete. After 60, your body asks for more, and giving it what it needs can mean the difference between walking confidently into your 80s and 90s, or struggling with weakness that could have been prevented. That's the power of truly understanding anabolic resistance, and why your next meal could be your most potent medicine yet. One of the most significant challenges after 60 is that muscle loss doesn't announce itself loudly. It creeps in quietly, in ways so subtle that most people dismiss the early signs. You might still feel strong enough to walk around the block or carry a grocery bag. But the truth is, strength isn't just about what you think. It's about what's happening deep inside your muscles, fiber by fiber. This silent erosion often starts with type 2 muscle fibers, the fast twitch fibers that give you power and quick reactions. These fibers let you catch yourself when you stumble, easily rise from a chair, or climb stairs without hesitation. The tragedy is that these fibers are the very ones that vanish the fastest with age. So even if you can still walk at a steady pace, you may find it harder to react when life demands a sudden burst of strength. That's why many older adults say, "I can walk fine, but I can't climb stairs anymore," or "I trip easily, even though I don't feel weak." It's not a lack of willpower, it's biology. Let me share Michael's story. At 68, he had spent his life as a carpenter, always active, consistently strong. Retirement didn't slow him down much. He still did small projects in his workshop and walked every day. But one day, while helping his granddaughter hang decorations, he stumbled on a small step. To his shock, he couldn't catch himself in time. He fell, thankfully without a significant injury, but the experience rattled him. "I thought I was still solid," he told me, "but my body didn't respond as it used to." Michael's story isn't rare. The World Health Organization warns that after age 65, muscle weakness can triple your risk of falls. Falls are the leading cause of broken hips, hospital stays, and a sudden loss of independence in older adults. Many people don't realize these life-changing events don't come out of nowhere. They are the result of years of slow, invisible muscle decline. The most frustrating part? This decline often happens to people who believe they're doing everything right. They eat healthy, walk daily, and avoid junk food. But they're missing the more profound truth. The body after 60 doesn't just need movement, It needs targeted fuel. Without enough protein, specifically the right type and amount, muscles can't repair themselves fast enough to keep up with the natural breakdown that comes with aging. Imagine your muscles like a wall made of bricks. Every day, a few bricks naturally crumble and fall away. When you're young, your body quickly replaces those bricks without much effort. But after 60, the repair crew gets slower and less efficient. They can't keep up if you only send them 1 or 2 bricks at a time, say, the protein from an egg. Slowly, the wall thins until you lean on it one day and it gives way. That's exactly what's happening inside the muscles of so many older adults. But here's the hopeful side of the story. You are not powerless. Research shows that even in your 70s and 80s, the body can respond to the proper nutrition. A study published by Harvard Health found that older adults who increased their protein intake to at least 1.2 to 1.5 grams per kilogram of body weight per day could preserve muscle and improve balance significantly. That means a 70-year-old weighing 60 kilograms, about 132 pounds, should aim for at least 75 to 90 grams of protein daily. Spread evenly across meals, about 25 to 30 grams per meal. This isn't about eating giant steaks or stuffing yourself with protein shakes. It's about being strategic. Replace a light breakfast of toast and fruit with eggs plus cottage cheese. Add salmon or chicken to lunch instead of just a salad and have tempeh, tofu, or a warm broth with dinner. And yes, still enjoying eggs, but making sure they're paired with other proteins so your body gets the full spectrum it needs. The real danger of silent muscle loss is that it robs you slowly, until one day you realize you can no longer do the things that made you feel alive: gardening, playing with grandkids, traveling, or simply walking with confidence. But the good news is as powerful. You can fight back, one meal at a time. With the right approach, you can rebuild strength, restore confidence, and protect the independence that makes life worth living. So when you notice your legs feel a little shakier, or it takes a bit more effort to rise from a chair, don't brush it off as just aging. Think of it as your body whispering for help. The earlier you listen, the stronger you'll stay. If eggs alone aren't enough, what foods truly step up to protect your strength after 60? The good news is that nature has already given us powerful allies, foods that deliver not just more protein, but the right kind of protein, rich in leucine and other nutrients that your muscles need. These aren't exotic powders or expensive imports. They're everyday, often affordable and straightforward foods that science has shown to outperform eggs for maintaining muscle, balance, and independence. Let's begin with one that surprises many people: wild salmon. A 100-gram serving gives you about 22 to 25 grams of protein, nearly 4 times more than one egg. But the real magic lies in its omega-3 fatty acids. Omega-3s don't just protect your heart and brain, they also fight muscle inflammation and improve the way your body uses protein. A 2022 study in Frontiers in Aging showed that older adults who consumed omega-3s built muscle more effectively after exercise than those who didn't. For people over 60, that's a huge advantage. Salmon isn't treated as a luxury in Japan. It's a daily food, often served in small portions with grated daikon radish to help digestion. 2 or 3 servings a week can provide powerful support for both muscles and joints. Next is cottage cheese, or other fresh cheeses. What makes cottage cheese special is casein, a slow-digesting protein. While whey protein works fast, casein works gently, feeding your muscles over several hours. This makes it perfect before bedtime. Why does that matter? Most muscle breakdown happens at night, when you go for 7 or 8 hours without eating. A half cup of cottage cheese gives you 13 to 15 grams of protein, calcium, and vitamin B12. For those who have trouble digesting cow's milk, goat's milk cottage cheese can be an excellent alternative. Think of it as your night guard, protecting your muscles while you sleep. Another reliable powerhouse is chicken breast. Lean, versatile, and rich in leucine, chicken breast gives you about 26 to 28 grams of protein per 100 grams. This makes it one of the most efficient ways to hit your daily targets. What makes chicken so valuable is its adaptability. It can be grilled, shredded into soups, or cooked soft for those who have difficulty chewing. In traditional Japanese cooking, clear chicken broths with root vegetables and mushrooms are staples for older adults. They're easy to digest, gentle on the stomach, and still provide the protein needed for muscle maintenance. For those who prefer plant-based options, natto and tempeh are excellent choices. These fermented soy products provide about 18 to 20 grams of protein per 100 grams, plus vitamin K2 essential for bone health and circulation. Unlike unfermented soy, which can sometimes cause bloating, natto and tempeh are easier to digest. In Japan, natto is eaten almost daily. Studies link it to stronger bones and better vascular health. Tempeh, from Indonesia, has a firmer texture and milder flavor, making it easy to add to stir-fries or soups. Even one small serving a day can make a noticeable difference. Then there's whey protein isolate, a modern yet convenient option. Whey is absorbed quickly, making it ideal after activity. Even a 20-minute walk primes your body to rebuild muscle, but only if you give it the raw material it needs. One scoop of whey protein provides 20 to 25 grams of high-quality protein, with a strong dose of leucine. It doesn't have to be in a cold shake. You can mix it into warm tea or plant milk for easier digestion. The key is choosing a clean product without added sugar or artificial flavors. Finally, let's not forget eggs. They still belong on the list, but not as the star player. Instead of relying on one egg, try two, and pair them with avocado, sautéed spinach, or even a slice of tempeh or tofu. Think of eggs as part of a larger orchestra. Alone, their sound is limited. But when combined with other protein-rich foods, they help create harmony that nourishes your muscles fully. So here are your new protein allies: wild salmon, cottage cheese, chicken breast, natto or tempeh, whey protein isolate, and yes, upgraded eggs. Together, they form a team that can keep you strong, steady, and independent well into your 70s, 80s, and beyond. These foods are not trends, they are tools, proven, practical, and accessible, that protect not just your body, but your freedom to live life on your terms. Now that you know which foods provide the strongest support for your muscles, the next question is just as important. How should you eat them? Because it isn't just what you eat that matters after 60, it's when and how you eat it. The timing and distribution of protein across your day can make the difference between muscle preservation and gradual decline. Let's explore the strategies that turn these foods into powerful medicine for your strength. The first rule is simple: spread your protein evenly across meals. Many older adults eat very little protein at breakfast, a bit more at lunch, and then load up at dinner. The problem is that your body can't fully use that hefty dinner dose if it comes too late in the day. Studies published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition show that older adults maintain muscle better when they consume 25 to 30 grams of protein at each meal, instead of saving most of it for the evening. Think of it as giving your muscles 3 potent daily reminders instead of one weak one. Let's take a look at breakfast. This is the most overlooked meal regarding muscle health, but it's arguably the most important. After a night of fasting, your body wakes up slightly catabolic, meaning it's already breaking down muscle for energy. If you skip breakfast or settle for fruit and coffee, you miss the perfect chance to flip that switch back to growth. A substantial breakfast might look like 2 eggs paired with half a cup of cottage cheese, or tofu and miso soup with steamed greens. Even a simple whey protein shake blended with soy milk and berries can set the tone for the day. Think of breakfast as your chance to tell your body, rebuild now. The second rule: eat protein within 30 to 60 minutes after activity. This is known as the anabolic window. After a walk, light resistance training, or even stretching, your muscles are more sensitive to protein and ready to use it for repair. If you supply protein during this window, it goes to work immediately. You don't need a massive meal, just something small but meaningful. A scoop of whey protein in warm tea, a boiled egg with a spoon of natto, or half a cup of cottage cheese are all excellent choices. Feeding your muscles now maximizes the benefit of even light exercise. Third, combine protein with muscle-supporting nutrients. Protein is the builder, but minerals and vitamins are the construction crew. Magnesium helps muscles relax, potassium balances electrolytes, vitamin D supports calcium absorption and bone strength. Salmon is often served in Japan with seaweed or eggs with dark leafy greens. These pairings aren't random, they're traditions from centuries of observation. This could mean adding spinach to your omelet, avocado to your chicken salad, or sweet potato alongside grilled salmon. These combinations don't just feed your muscles, they activate them. Fourth, don't forget the night shift. Muscle loss doesn't stop while you sleep. Because you go hours without food, your body often pulls from its stores, breaking down muscle tissue. That's why your evening meal should include slow-digesting protein. Cottage cheese before bed, a bowl of miso soup with tofu, or even a small piece of fish paired with steamed greens can keep a steady flow of amino acids available throughout the night. Pair it with a warm drink, chamomile tea, ginger broth, or barley tea, to calm your nervous system and signal your body to repair instead of stress. Let me share Helen's story. She's 66, and for years she believed she wasn't a breakfast person. Her mornings were just coffee and maybe a piece of toast. Over time, she noticed her grip was weaker, and getting out of a chair felt harder. She started to feel stronger within months with a few simple changes: adding cottage cheese before bed, miso soup in the morning, and a scoop of whey protein after her daily walk. Her grip improved, her balance became steadier, and she told me, "I finally feel like I can trust my legs again." This is the power of eating protein the smart way. It isn't about doubling your food intake or chasing fads. It's about rhythm. Small signals throughout the day tell your muscles, stay alive, stay strong, stay ready. Honoring that rhythm gives your body the best chance to carry you confidently. So remember, spread protein evenly, prioritize breakfast, refuel after movement, pair proteins with supportive nutrients, and protect your muscles at night. These habits may sound small, but they build a foundation for independence. After all, strength is not built in a single meal. It's built in the quiet, consistent choices you make daily. At this point, why does all this matter so much? The answer is simple. Protecting your muscles is far more than strength. It's about preserving the freedom to live life on your terms. Every bite of protein, every slight adjustment in timing is a message to your body. I'm not done yet. I still want to move, to walk, to live fully. Eggs remain valuable, but they cannot stand alone. When paired with salmon, chicken, cottage cheese, natto, tempeh, or whey, they become part of a larger symphony working to protect your independence. With smart distribution across meals, post-activity refueling, and slow digesting protein at night, you create a rhythm of nourishment that your body can rely on. Think of it this way: weakness is not an unavoidable part of aging. It's often a result of underfeeding your recovery. Just as you would never expect a car to keep running without fuel, you cannot expect your muscles to serve you without the proper nutrients delivered at the correct times. The beautiful truth is that it's never too late to begin. Whether you're 60, 70, or even older, your muscles can still respond. They can still grow stronger, steadier, and more reliable. All it takes is intention. So as you plan your meals, Ask yourself one question. Am I giving my body the signal it needs to stay strong? If the answer is yes, then you're building muscle, confidence, resilience, and independence that will carry you forward every day. Ultimately, food is more than nutrition. It's your most excellent tool for aging with strength and dignity.